So tell us a little bit, how about this operation? What did you do this year? I mean, the pandemic also. Yeah. You've been out for 13 months. This is the first week you're gonna play.
Yeah.
I mean, how you feeling? What's your mentality this week?
Yeah, I mean, I think important is to go into this tournament and the next few weeks and months actually with no expectations. Just enjoy being back on tour. For me, it's going to be a win regardless of how I'm going to go here. This is normally not something I can say or should say, because I know expectations are always sky high for me personally, but also for tournament organizers and fans and media, etc. But for me, it's just already a win to be back on the tour, because being out of the sport for a year is a long, long time. I never experienced something like it. I mean, I remember taking steps with being on crutches, and now to be sprinting again on court and jumping and serving and running is a different world, So I'm just really happy that I made it this far. I obviously hope that day by day I'm still gonna be improving and get stronger again. But it's just nice seeing yourself, the tournament, some of the fans, all the other tennis players and staff that come with the fabric of a tour is something also I missed. As much as I enjoyed being home after traveling for over 20 years on the road, it's been nice also being at home with my family and my children and seeing some of my Swiss friends and making sure the roots are where they belong. And I'm happy. I was happy at home, but being back on the road is nice, even though the world is a different place now with masks, like you said, with the pandemic. Bubble life for us as tennis players, staying at the hotel and the club only. Restrictions are there. It's very strict, and we got to obey the rules and live by them, and also be a good example, I think, for others. So challenging times, but one I look forward to.
You've seen the draw. You've seen the list. There's a lot of good players.
Yep.
I think it's challenging, especially when you're stopping for a long time. The list is getting tougher and tougher. As you said, you're not expecting too much. You're gonna come in and play. How long you've been practicing? I mean, how long you've been practicing? Are you mentally ready, of course, to keep up playing this long, maybe for a week? And is physically everything is okay?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the big question that surrounds my knee or my life daily. It's like, how's the knee? How's the knee? Same with the pandemic. What's the latest? That's all that's been going on the last year or so, let's be honest. So I mean, any draw would have been a tough one for me here, because you just don't know what to expect, but at the same time I have surprised myself in the past, and maybe I will do it again this week. So I really hope so. I've been training now really properly, I would say, for 3 months, where I can say like, I'm a tennis player again. If you would have watched me play on the outside, you can basically not see that I've had any knee issues. So that's something really positive for me. Now, clearly the last month has been extra good, where I've been literally playing sets every single day, and just taking breaks to give myself breaks for the body and for the knee, to make sure I let it recover. And now the interesting part, we'll see like how much can the knee and the body take. Can it play 5 matches in 5 days? Can it play 3 hours today and again, take a break tomorrow and then play 3 hours again? These are all still open questions. Same with best of 5, but we will not see them until the French Open or Wimbledon. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's I feel like I'm ready to go. The thing about injury, as you know, there is always a bit of a delay from the brain telling the knee, let's go and run for that drop shot, whereas normally you run automatically. Now maybe you got to let the knee know, okay, it's go time, go. And that little split second sometimes you're missing can be a little bit of a problem down the road in a very tight and important match. But for now, as I have nothing to lose, I can also play more freely, take some chances, mix up my game, and which I do naturally anyway. I'm going to be doing that also here in Doha, playing drop shots, coming to the net, playing slices, top spins, flat. And I think the surface also allows me anyway to play my game.
I'm very happy to hear that, and to hear that you're very enthusiastic, and to see that you're back on the tour, and everybody, I'm sure, they're waiting for you. And is this year, I know it's the Olympics. Mm-hmm. Is this in the plan?
Yes, I mean, it was supposed to be last year. And then again, pandemic hit, and it was all moved to this year. In hindsight, a good thing for me. Yes, it's part of my plan, even though my initial goal is everything from today up until Wimbledon, which is the tournament, if you like, before the Olympic Games. And then I hope to be 100% all out, fully fit, no more questions asked about the knee. Then I will tell the press, hopefully, don't ask me about the knee anymore. It's all good, it's 100% because I have the answers I need. But then, like you said, the Olympics is a big goal for me. I was flag bearer twice, at Athens Olympic in 2004 and also Beijing in 08. I won the gold with Stan Wawrinka in the doubles in 08 and the silver in singles in 2012 in London. Unfortunately, I missed Rio because of my left knee. And now hope I'm back for Tokyo. It would be amazing to be part of that again. And in 2000 we played against each other. I also met my girlfriend at the time, my wife today. So Olympic Games have always been a special place for me.
I know that you're a big football fan. Qatar is organizing the 22 World Cup.
That's coming up now, yeah. I remember the celebrations here. I don't know when it was, but big fireworks when the announcement came that Qatar is getting the World Cup. I remember people couldn't believe it, yeah.
And we're still, celebrating, and I think it's gonna be an amazing sport rendezvous, let's say. Any plans? Maybe you're gonna come to see some matches, or?
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to a World Cup, so usually the World Cup always drops right in between the French Open and Wimbledon. So I don't want to say an impossible time to go see some matches, but I mean, I guess Germany was an opportunity as it was, nearby. But Wimbledon is so important to me, and I don't know, you know how it is. You just
we'll see.
You stay in your lane, and you're like, okay, we'll do the World Cup when I'm retired, and we can really enjoy a football World Cup for what it is supposed to be, instead of just coming in and out into a stadium and leaving again. But yeah, like you said, I'm a big football fan. I hope the World Cup here is going to be a huge success, that things get back to as normal as possible. For here, I think the Olympic Games for that in Tokyo are going to be a good measuring stick to see, is that the stepping stone for you guys to see what's going to be possible, what not. At least there's going to be a lot of experience around how to handle lots of crowds, if that's going to be the case, or the bubble life for athletes and the players and the coaching staff and the organizers and so forth. But yeah, I mean, look, if I get an opportunity to come and
you are invited
and pay
anyway.
a visit, it would be amazing to come see the Swiss team and support them here, and just see some of the great teams out there that are gonna create history here in Qatar.
You've come. I mean, you've been here many years, and you visited Doha even when not really playing the tournament. How did you see the difference of this country changing and improving, and
Interesting. It's grown a lot. It's changed a lot. People are still the same. You still have the local people that are crucial to any place. They are the heart and soul and the heartbeat, of the city and the country. And I got to meet lovely local people here in Doha, and it's been interesting. When I came here the first time in 2003, the Pearl didn't exist yet. The Corniche was still small. The high-rise buildings were kind of coming about. They were growing. We were staying at the Sheraton Hotel, sort of the Pyramid Hotel, I remember. And it was great, to be here in those times as well, and being able to look back and to see the transformation of the city has been wonderful. I would love to go see some of the most incredible museums you have here in Doha, but unfortunately this year I'm a little bit isolated in club life and hotel life, but I hope I get a chance to come back again and go to the desert and do things, World Cup maybe, and
also
see
the
see
new
the local friends
infrastructures.
and see the infrastructures, like you said.
Unbelievable,
Amazing stadiums, amazing places to go and see and visit, and as a lot of buildings are new, you can really go see some new incredible architecture that I'm a big fan of.
Roger, you, Nadal, Novak, you won so many Grand Slams. The new generation now, they're winning one, they're struggling with 1-2 Grand Slams. Yeah. How difficult for them to get to this level, And I mean, you've been on the tour for more than 20 years. when you put the bar so high for this new generation, is it difficult mentally for them to get to the high level and to keep, you know, this level, maintaining this level for so many years?
I think it's difficult for them, you know, because they are always going to be compared to our generation, which, okay, you can call it whatever you want, but maybe some people call it the golden generation, the three of us, and then you add Murray to it and maybe Wawrinka to it as well. You know, we won so much, like you said, and the problem I think for the younger generation is as well that me, Novak and Rafa, we couldn't play any more different, you know. So you beat me, but then you won't beat Novak. You beat Novak, but then you won't beat Rafa. You beat Rafa, but you won't beat me. So it goes like this, and the problem is also if they do win a Grand Slam and they don't beat one of us, for some whatever reason, the media and the fans don't give them the credit they deserve, you know, and I think that's wrong, because it is hard for them also to mentally keep on believing that they will break through, and when they will break through, that they will get another one. And we know how hard it is to confirm after winning a Grand Slam to do it again. Me, Rafa and Novak, we've been there several times and we've been able to do it. You know, me in Wimbledon maybe more, Novak in Australia, and Rafa especially at the French as well. So I think it's hard, you know, but I must say they're doing a great job, the young generation. A lot of them have now won the World Tour finals. Tsitsipas, Medvedev, Grigor, and some others. So there is openings now coming more and more, and I think we'll see only more of it. Of course, when I drop out or Rafa drops out or Novak has dropped out like we have in the last 5 years, there's always going to be more openings, and it's only a matter of time until more and more are going to win now. We saw Dominic Thiem winning it at the US Open. Zverev almost got that as well. Medvedev also has been very challenging at the very top. I feel like Tsitsipas, Rublev have been doing a wonderful job, and I know I forgot some others as well that are doing great. So Zverev, of course, like I mentioned. So I think I think in the next 3 years there's going to be a huge shift, you know, going to be happening. But I know that Rafa, Novak, myself, we're going to try to hang on as long as we possibly can and see if we can elevate our title count.
Roger, one more question. One day, of course, there is a retirement. I know that you have a foundation. You're doing very, very nice things for the kids. If you can give us a little bit some words about it, and what's the plans one day? Of course, you're gonna retire one day. I hope not now. Very long. We want to see you for many more years. But what's the plan for Roger Federer? How you see yourself? What could be your project?
Yeah, good question. Look, like you said, I try to see how much more is left in the tank for me. How much more success can I have? So far, my wife has been my biggest supporter, you know, to allow me and push me also towards the tour, you know. My kids have been wonderful as well, and understanding, even though they were sad I left and I came here without them, because at the moment things are a bit complicated. But playing or not playing, you know, I was doing a lot of work with the foundation. My last match actually that I did play was the match in Cape Town with Nadal, and that was for my foundation. We raised over $3.5 million for children in Africa to improve their education, the quality of education. And the funny thing is that was a record crowd for a tennis match, 52,000 people, and now we're at 0 or at 10% or at 20%.
It's going to come back.
It's going to come back. But the good thing is that that record is going to be protected because we're not allowed to have any more fans.
Roger, you know the records. You like records.
I know, but this was a special moment for me to be playing in South Africa. My mom is from Johannesburg. She grew up there. I used to always go to South Africa on vacation. So for me to be there was something really, really, truly, I mean, an incredible experience. And the foundation is going to be something clearly that's going to follow me for my life. You know, I hope that's going to be a life work and something I can spend more time on in the future, especially traveling, because I don't have that much time to travel into the field, and especially at the moment travels is going to be restricted and more difficult. So I can't wait to get back into the field and go see teachers and children and caretakers and caregivers. So we're really trying to have a major impact in how the school system can be, how the kids can improve and have an opportunity to go to school. As we know, a lot of children don't have an opportunity to go to school in Southern Africa, and we try to have an impact, a true impact there, and it's something I'm really looking forward to. The foundation is now over 15 years old, and I still feel I'm only at the beginning, so hopefully one day I can be as famous for my philanthropic work like for my tennis life. So we'll see how it goes, but baby steps still trying to learn and improve and get better at it as well.
Roger Federer, thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.